Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. If you're wondering why I haven't been posting videos regularly over the last few weeks, that's because I was out for vacation for over 5 weeks. Leaving a garden right in the middle of the peak growing season is definitely daunting. So in today's video, I'm going to show what are the things I did before I left for vacation and how the garden is doing now that I'm back. Do stay tuned for part 2 of this video where I'll be showing the steps that I have taken to get the garden back in shape. One of the first things that we did was to install this 40% shade cloth over my raised beds. This is because my raised beds have full southern exposure, so having this shade protection cools the plants underneath by at least 4 to 5 degrees, which is really helpful in the peak summer heat. Next, we made sure that our irrigation is all set for the garden beds and checked everything before we left. I also added a layer of compost so the plants are well fed while I'm out. And a huge thanks and shout out to my friendly neighbor who agreed to watch my plants while I'm away. She was here every other day harvesting vegetables, making sure all the watering is going fine. There were a lot of green tomatoes when I left for my vacation, which were going to ripen over the next few days. And so my neighbor was here to keep a tab on them, harvest them, and freeze them over. And when I came back, I returned to a freezer full of tomatoes. So thank you so much. So this is my other tip to make sure you have a friend or a neighbor who can watch your plants while you're away to take care of the harvests or even check on watering from time to time. It's a huge help and it's a win-win because they get to enjoy some fresh veggies and you get to not mess up your plants and make them thrive while you're back. Let me show you a closer look at all the raised beds and how they are growing now. This is the cantaloupe growing out. Probably need to fertilize them because I don't see any flowers, and a lot of the recent rains might have flushed out the nutrients from the soil. Here's green beans that are done, and I just need to harvest some of the seeds for fall planting. And here's the giant okra plants doing really well and producing a lot of okra. The gourds have taken over the okra plants to use them as trellis. More gourds here that I need to train back and prune selectively. Zinnias are growing well. They're quite forgiving. The only thing that can happen is their branches sometimes break off, like this one, but they still continue to grow, so I just let them be. I just need to trim them a bit for shape. And again, more gourds are growing here. Nice to see. I do see a lot of bees, so they will be self-pollinated. Here's peppers. They won't look that great this time of the year because of the heat, but the point is to keep them thriving at least so that you have a good fall harvest. More gourds and tomatoes up on these trellises. Some of them are still finishing up, but the plants are pretty much done for the season, so I'll selectively prune them or completely remove them if they aren't doing that well. More ripened gourds here, and this trellis again has gone wild and needs some cleanup. This eggplant has a lot of flowers, so I should have more eggplants in the coming days. Again, more flowers here, and The trellis taken over by long beans here and some tomato varieties. Looks like they are still producing tomatoes, so I'm just going to let them be and see if I can harvest some more. This patio baby eggplant is also doing okay, and I can see some flowers. These plants do really well in the heat, so I'm excited to get more eggplants. Interesting to see lots of peppers still growing. It's probably because of all the rains and cooler weather earlier. Overgrown long beans, some that I need to remove, some that are growing nicely. There's, of course, a lot of pest that has increased that I need to treat. This particular area is a delight to see because the beans has completely taken over this trellis, gone up all the way to the top of the shade cloth. Here's the back view. Absolutely crazy. And so many more long beans here. There are pests that I need to remove. I do see quite a lot of leaf-footed bugs. They can really decimate your plants, so I have to treat them quickly. Tomatoes have done surprisingly well this year for this time of the year, but that's mainly because of the rains over the last several weeks and as well as the cooler temperatures that came with it. So I'm very happy how the tomatoes are growing, and I might try to save some tomatoes to go into fall as well and produce more. I went ahead and harvested all the vegetables that were still looking good, and here's what I got. I have linked all the products that I have used in this video in the description below. I hope you find them useful as well, and thank you so much for supporting the channel. If you found this video helpful, hit that like button and subscribe for more such gardening content. Thank you for watching.